there's two Warren Buffetts in the world right now. One is a 95-year-old guy sitting on $380 billion in cash, and he hasn't bought anything in years. The other one is a 24-year-old kid who used to work at OpenAI before they fired him for, we'll get to why they fired him, it's interesting. Now he runs a hedge fund and he's shorting AI like crazy. So Wall Street spent the last 60 years looking for the next Warren Buffett, and they might have just found him, but not in the way that anyone expected. So who is this kid? His name is Leopold Aschenbrenner. German viewers, let me know if I got that right. Both his parents were doctors. He grew up in Berlin. He went to a German school, But then he gets into Columbia and he graduates valedictorian at age 19, dual degrees in economics and maths. 2 years later, he's at OpenAI. 21 years old, sat on this super alignment team with all the big shots. And he ends up co-authoring a paper on AI safety that lands at the biggest machine learning conference in the world, pretty big deal. But then in April of 2024, OpenAI fires him. They say it's over an information leak. Aschenbrenner says, no, that's not what it's about. It was about a security memo that he wrote that the company didn't want airing publicly. But either way, he's out. And you know what? We can get into the conspiracy, but let's keep this about finance, although it's a fun conspiracy. Now, look, most 22-year-olds fired by the most important company on earth go on a bender in Thailand. But this kid is different. He's built different. He spends his time writing a white paper, writing an essay. In June, 2 months after being fired, he publishes a 165-page essay, massive. He calls it Situational Awareness, the Decade Ahead, and it opens with one line: "You can see the future first in San Francisco." Look, as far as I've heard, all you see in San Francisco is homeless people shitting on the street. So if that's the future, count me out. But do they still do that, by the way? Anyway, he spends the 165 pages arguing that artificial general intelligence, AGI, is arriving by 2027 and the world is nowhere near ready for it. The essay goes viral. Within 48 hours, every billionaire in Silicon Valley has it on their iPhone. By the autumn, he's launched a hedge fund. He starts with about 225 million, mostly from people who read the essay and wanted it in. So you got the Collison brothers from Stripe, you got Nat Friedman. The reported list reads like a who of evil billionaires, sorry, not evil billionaires, allegedly evil billionaires, sorry, don't sue me. So 12 months later, that 225 million is sat at 5.5 billion actually in public holdings. By the first quarter of this year, the fund's notional exposure is 13.7 billion. That kind of growth isn't normal. This isn't even like young, talented investor growth. That's every single thing I've touched turns to gold. Every single moonshot has worked out sort of growth. It's insane. By the way, guys, if you want to stay updated with what's happening on the markets and my personal strategies, make sure you subscribe to my free newsletter. Like I said, it's free. I publish a report on everything you need to know about the markets every single morning. Basically, I read 20 to 30 articles, I summarize them so you don't have to. There's a link below.